What's funny is I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time. I'm that guy. If I talk about something, I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time. I'm never like, maybe I don't know, maybe I do know. I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time. I'm that guy.
I'll tell you the coolest thing about being rich. The coolest thing about being rich is remember when I was broke. It's only cool to sit there with my brother in the fucking Nurse restaurant with Salt Bae being an idiot, spending 15 G's and saying, do you remember when we didn't have a penny?
Right.
15 grand for dinner? We never had 15 grand in our savings account in our lives.
Bam.
Do you remember that time we were living off those 10p packs of noodles for 2 weeks? Do you remember? You need this juxtaposition. There is no light without dark. You will not appreciate your six pack unless you didn't have one and you had to earn it. That's how the world works. So when I talk to these dudes like, oh, but it's, you know what, Tate? Yeah, I agree, but you know, it's hard. It's hard. Of course it is. It's supposed to be. And if you're not cut out for it, then fuck off and live a normal existence and die. That's your decision. If you want to level up your character, then you need to get out here and do it. You need to be around brave men. You need to get some balls. You need to get your network together. You need to be paying attention to things like the Fresh and Fit podcast. Listen to the truth. Humble yourself. Stop sitting there with an ego. Realize you ain't shit. Most of you fuckers could go look in the mirror right now. And if you were totally honest with yourself, go look in the mirror and be honest with yourself and say, if I was a hot bitch, would I fuck me? And the answer for most of you is no. That's the game. But I made myself this way. I wasn't born this way. I absolutely and utterly made myself this way. And any single one of you men out here can do the same thing.
So because I have all these chicks sitting in their houses and they're bored and I'm going here, there, and everywhere making money, they all end up coming up with the same idea. And their idea is this. Sooner or later, it's a full circle. They say, well, Andrew, they text it. They text a nice long text. And they say it in a way like, I'm going to be pleased with what I read. That's what's actually amazing. They say, hey, I've got a great idea, heart, heart. Well, what, bitch? No, seriously, it's such a good idea. I'm like, what, bitch? She's like, well, you're always busy working, so why don't I start a business too, so that I'm not bored while you're away and we can make more money? Like I'm gonna, and they expect me to go, yay, yeah, great. No, I don't need you. One, I don't even need women to make money. Why would I want you making money? For what? I have unlimited money. I have so much money. What I want you to do is just be pleasant and smile and comply and obey. I want you to be happy all the time. The last thing I want you doing is fucking making money because we don't need any money. But worse than all that, you want me to pay to start your business. That's what this real thing is. Every single fucking time. And the worst thing is women believe in all the crap they see about business online, right? Like follow your passions. If you really believe in your passion, then you'll make money, which is not even true. That's the worst business advice ever. Do you think the Chinese billionaire, the concrete billionaire in China, is passionate about concrete? You think he's jerking off over concrete? You think he rubs his face on concrete blocks? No, he doesn't give a fuck. He wants to get paid. Anyone out here who's actually made any real money knows sometimes you got to do shit you don't want to do to get paid. So this whole passion thing is garbage. If you still believe that, then you should fucking quit business completely. So because women believe this junk, then they come at you with one of their passions. And usually, around about 99% of the time, and I know because I've had this exact conversation probably around 100 times with 100 different women, and 99 of them said the same thing.
The game is getting harder. And if you're sitting out here and you are not trying to level up along with the game, you are going to struggle into eternity. These women have so many choices. Social media has made that worse. COVID even has made that worse. These bitches are sitting at home on their phones all day. They read every DM sent to them.
Facts.
So if you DM a bitch and she doesn't reply, don't worry, she saw it. She just said no. I live without pity. I don't believe in pity for men. I really don't. Because what you've done is you've made a conscious choice. You've decided being lazy is more important to you than having sexual access. Because as a man, it doesn't matter what you're born with. You can become what you want to be. You can become a superhero if you so choose. Yeah. And you chose not to. All those nights you sat home, all those times you played video games,
jerking off,
all that shit you did, jerking off to Pornhub, accumulated in you not getting any replies to your DMs. You fucking deserve it. You deserve it. This is the world. And the world is not fair or nice. This is human nature, but it is getting harder and harder. I get a lot of guys messaging me, hey, Tate, can you teach me game? The biggest game is being the G.
Bam.
The biggest game is being so legit you don't have to play games. I don't need game. I'm me, right? So that's right. So you need to go be you. You're going to sit on Instagram, see all these beautiful women. the 20 out of 10s that exist, and you know they're fucking someone, and you know it's never going to be you, and you're still not going to try and become something, then you deserve what you got.
The dude forks up $2 million. He builds the sign, Beauty Elysium by Claire. They have the opening party with the free champagne. That costs fucking 25 G's. All her friends come. Her friends ain't gonna pay her to do makeup, they're her friends. Boys, men will pay their friend in their friend's business because we understand how business works. Girls won't. Girls will go, well, I've known Claire forever. She should do me for free. So all her friends want to be done for free anyway. So all her friends are sitting there drinking champagne. They're not even fucking customers. Claire realizes, oh, I don't have any business. I'm sitting here all day bored. This is bullshit. I want to go to lunch. Disappears on long lunch breaks. And about 3 weeks later, the place is barely functioning. You just spent $2 million. 3 weeks later, it's limping along. And my friend is sitting there on the phone to his fucking bitch. Why aren't we open? I spent $2 million. It's Wednesday afternoon and the place is closed. And Claire's like, well, Anna couldn't make it in because her kid was sick and I have a migraine. What do you want me to do about it? Bitch, I gave you $2 million. Now you won't even go to fucking work because of a migraine? I got punched in the face. I had 87 professional kickboxing matches. You want to talk about fucking headaches, you dumb hoe? There's a reason I don't start these stupid businesses for bitches, because I'd lose my temper with one of them. I'd set the whole fucking place on fucking fire. Fuck her and fuck her shit business. But these dudes don't listen. These dudes don't understand, so they end up opening them. And that's the exact kind of conversations they have. Exact to the T. The chick just stops trying, failing. She wanted to be a Sex and the City episode. She wanted to walk in with a little dog and a frappuccino. Yeah, my business. I'm such a successful business lady. Like a fucking rom-com. You're not Julia Roberts, ho. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, and your business is never gonna make money. And any man who agrees to fund anything for his chick purely because she is bored is a fucking moron.
Authenticity is super important because females have intuition and they can smell if you're fake.
Yeah.
This is the problem that most game guys have. If you look at a lot of the game guys, that their entire life is dedicated to just pointless sex with random chicks. The reason for that is because if they even get a bad chick, even if they get a good chick with a good heart, they can't hold her down.
Nope.
Because if you have a good enough game, right, you're a liar. And then she sees through you after a few weeks and realizes you ain't shit. And she doesn't want to stay with you. So then you feel better by just spinning endless plates, whatever. So I know there's a lot of these guys who are into game and stuff, like, yeah, I banged this girl, that girl, that girl, that girl, that girl. I was in a different business. I wasn't interested in sleeping with a bunch of girls. I was interested in having girls obey me and love me.
Bam.
Because that's how I made my money for a long time. I love women. If I'm sick, I don't call the boys, I call the chicks. I don't feel well. Come lay, and a woman will come lay with your sick ass in bed, cook for you, clean for you, do all this. Women have a healing power. Every man to some degree needs some women in his life. And I want women who love me and who are loyal to me and who obey me. You need to be a man worthy of respect because a woman needs to respect you to love you.
Facts.
And the way a woman's going to respect you is one of you respect yourself and two of other men respect you. In spite of all these facts, some men are still remarkably lazy. Well, then you're going to live the reality that you've painted. You made your bed and you're going to live in it. That's the reality of the world.
But once I learned that the KGB are deliberately teaching their agents to be more animated in their speech so they're more capable of drawing a weapon or attacking somebody, this stuck in my head and I decided, you know what, that's how I'm going to speak in my life. And there's a few times in my life, stories I cannot tell on YouTube where being animated got me the upper hand. It got me the upper hand and it saved my life for real. So when people ask me, Andrew, why do you always move your hands so much? Why are you so animated when you speak? It's a learned habit. And it's a learned habit because I like the idea of tactical surprise. And this is why I'm always moving my hands.
When you have a bitch look at you and she's actually half scared that you can throw fireballs from your hands, she's sucking dick. For real. Because she respects me. She respects me to the point where she's like, maybe, I don't know this guy can do everything else. He's got this fucking mansion and shit. The world has always been about respect. As a man, you need to be respected. And you're only going to be respected if you do things that people respect. And most of the time, those things are on the other side of fear. We talk about the world we live in today and the problem with girls, etc., etc. The real problem with the world is that there's an epidemic of cowardice. It's on the other side of fear that you're going to garner the respect of other individuals. You have to do things that they're afraid to do. The fact that it's hard to do is the reason it has a value in the first place. Yeah. How are you going to complain that it's hard to be the man, but then also understand that being the man has value? They are linked. You cannot separate the two. It's a logic fail. If you love the idea of being that character you dream of yourself to be, then you should love the fact it's hard to become that man because it means no one else can do it. This is what I love. I love everything about my life. I know the shit I've been through to become who I am. And I wouldn't trade a second of it. Because there's also this massive juxtaposition which is so important for masculine happiness and contentment.